are enjoying hiking out in the mountains.
And this is one of our favorite places to be.
Mount Ellen. Hiking up a mountain is hard work. Can you imagine climbing the highest mountain in the world?
That would be a tough challenge.
One person who chose a place for Tony Foster to explore beauty is up to that challenge. His name is Stephen Venables, and he is a mountaineer who summited Mount Everest without using any extra oxygen. He encouraged Tony to paint in the Kama Valley region of Everest because of his own experiences there. After trudging through snow for many days and earlier failed attempts, Stephen and his climbing mates made it to the crest of the Longmala. Before him was the Kama Valley, enclosed by 3 of the world's 5 highest mountains, Makalu, Lhotse, and Everest. The first sight of the Kama Valley is one of Stephen Venables' most treasured memories. He believes that the Kama Valley is one of the most beautiful places on Earth.
That must have been quite a sight. Are we exploring those mountains today?
We are heading to the Kama Valley. Specifically, we will talk about Mount Everest. We will sing a song about this great mountain and learn about one of Tony Foster's beautiful artworks. We will learn about the skill of Sherpas, people who often guide mountain climbers, some who Tony became friends with. We will also discover some of the creatures that thrive in the high altitudes of the Kama Valley. We will make a project based on a gift that Tony received.
The gift Tony Foster received will make you curious and wonder.
Are you ready to go to the Kama Valley and explore?
I know I am.
Leaving the Foster and heading to the Himalayas in Tibet to explore the Kama Valley and Mount Everest. Mount Everest stands at a whopping 29,032 feet.
That's a lot of feet.
However, it is not the tallest mountain on Earth. The tallest mountain on Earth is Hawaii's Mauna Kea at 33,500 feet. Much of it is underwater, making way for Mount Everest to be the tallest mountain above sea level. Think of me as Mauna Kea.
I am Mount Everest.
If we were standing side by side, I would be the tallest mountain from base to peak.
But we're not.
Much of Mauna Kea is below sea level or underwater.
And that makes Mount Everest the tallest mountain above sea level.
We have a song about Mount Everest.
Mount Everest.
Sung by Anna and
Pirate!
the highest mountain in the world is Everest.
Everest.
The highest mountain in the world is Everest.
Everest.
Its peak is oh so high, it goes way up in the sky. The highest mountain in the world is Everest.
Everest.
People come from far and wide to make the climb.
Make the climb.
People come from far and wide to make the climb.
Make the climb.
All the Sherpas help to guide. Yes, you need them by your side. People come from far and wide to make the climb.
Make the climb.
There are harsh and cold conditions at the top.
At the top.
There are harsh and cold conditions at the top.
At the top.
But at such a great height, looking down is quite the sight. There competitions. At the top, the highest mountain in the world is Everest. The highest mountain in the world is Everest. Its peak is oh so high, it goes way up in the sky. The highest mountain in the world is Everest.
Speaking of this tall mountain, let's talk about a gift that Tony received.
A gift found in the Himalayas near Mount Everest, a fossil shell.
How did that shell get so high on the mountain? Did somebody carry it there?
Well, that mountain was not always a mountain. Earth did not always look like it does today. The surface of the Earth is not one solid piece. It is made up of something called tectonic plates. These tectonic plates shift around very slowly. When they move apart from each other, over millions of years, trenches and wide valleys form. When the plates push together for millions of years, mountain ranges form. The Himalayas, including Mount Everest, were created when the Indian tectonic plate collided with the Eurasian tectonic plate. The Indian plate is pushing under the Eurasian plate even today.
Does that mean Mount Everest is getting taller?
Yes, the Himalayas are growing more than a centimeter higher each year. The Indian plate continues to push under the Eurasian plate.
That still doesn't explain the shell fossil.
Well, the shell was once on the bottom of an ancient ocean which no longer exists. The Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates collided about 70 million years ago, and as the Indian plate pushed under the Eurasian plate, first the ancient ocean disappeared, and then the mountains started to lift. Over millions of years, the Himalayan mountain range was formed. The shell that had been in the ocean was pressed upward in the dirt and sand and rock, and was preserved as a fossil high in the Himalayas.
Wow, that's crazy. The land moves?
Yes, if you look at our Earth, you can see how the large land masses have fit together in different ways over millions of years, like a huge puzzle that keeps changing. Let's take a look at a large artwork that Tony made. It's called the East Kangshung Face of Everest from above the Kama Valley. What do you think when you look at this artwork?
I think it looks like a hard place to be. It looks cold and windy. I can hear the wind. I see that some colored flags are blowing in the wind. What are those flags for?
They are prayer flags, fabric with prayers written on them. They often come in sets of 5, representing the elements. Yellow is earth, green water, red fire, white air, blue space. They are thought to benefit all who believe the prayers are blown by the wind, spreading goodwill and compassion to them.
I keep thinking about the wind. Tony must have had a hard time painting in such a place.
Yes, he did have quite a time between the blizzards and scrambling up a frozen snow-covered mudslide at that high elevation. Tony included a map as a souvenir and a little rock found near Mount Everest.
Wow, that's cool. What is the souvenir that's wrapped up?
That is a silk kata or scarf from Tibet. It is usually used on important Buddhist ceremonial occasions such as births, weddings, deaths, and graduations. It may also be gifted as a welcome when you arrive at a location or when you depart to send you off on a safe journey.
This souvenir symbolizes China's oppression of Tibetan culture and the Buddhist religion. Tony is the only artist known to have painted the 3 faces of Everest. The success of Tony's journeys to these distant sites lies in the hands of the Sherpas.
I bet Tony Foster made some great friends. Will you share a bit about these people?
The Himalayan mountains have long been home to the indigenous groups living in the valleys. The most well-known of these are the Sherpa people. The word Sherpa is often used to mean mountain guide, though it actually refers to an ethnic group. Because Sherpas live at high altitudes, their bodies are acclimated to the thinner air and lower oxygen levels. Sherpas have valuable trekking and mountain climbing experience. Without Sherpas' planning, support, and guidance, treks in the high elevations of the Himalayas would be even more incredibly difficult. Sherpas are also known for their farming, trading, and herding.
What animals do they herd?
One of the main animals they herd is the yak.
Anna, tell me some yak facts.
Yak facts! One of the main animals they herd is the yak. Yaks are able to live at the highest altitudes in the world. Some yaks have been as high as 20,000 feet. Yaks have large lungs, which help them absorb oxygen at high elevations, a thick coat to help them stay warm, and they are vulnerable to several diseases. So it's beneficial that they aren't around many other animals. In fact, yaks normally cannot live below 10,000 feet above sea level.
They look strong.
Yes, with their ability to carry over 200 pounds, yaks pack expedition supplies.
So many trekkers, mountain climbers, and yaks. Are there any creatures that are hard to spot?
Glad you asked, Violet. There is an animal that you might miss if you blink. Can you spot it in this image?
It's a snow leopard.
Snow leopards are elusive or hard to find. They are often found at high elevations on the sides of cliffs, on rocky outcrops, or in ravines.
Did you know that they don't roar?
They make a high-pitched yowl that is so loud and piercing, it may be heard over a roaring river.
They're so cute. I love their big paws.
Those big, wide, fur-covered feet are useful in traveling over the snow. They act like snowshoes, distributing snow leopards' weight so they won't sink down into the snow as they walk.
From an animal that's hard to spot to an animal that has color in its name.
The red panda is about the size of a large house cat. It was given the name panda long before black and white pandas, by about 50 years. Another fun fact, red pandas tweet. That sound they make is called twittering. We've learned a lot, and there is much more to know. Inspired by the shell fossil gift to Tony, we are making our own cast fossil. Materials you will need: sand, shells, plaster of Paris, water, measuring cup, or 2 cups of equal size. We use recycled yogurt containers. Container bigger than your shells. Bowl or cup large enough for mixing. Large spoon or stick. Safety glasses. And with this specific project, you will need adult supervision and help. Plaster of Paris can cause burns, so you need to make sure to clean up really well with soap and water.
Step 1. Fill in container 3/4 full with wet sand. Don't pack it down too much. Now let's get the sand out of the way and get some shells. Step 2. Press shells into the sand, leaving a distinct impression. Step 3. Gently remove the shells. Mix the plaster of Paris following the package instructions. It's usually 2 parts plaster and 1 part water. That means I'm using 4 parts plaster and 2 parts water. And mix thoroughly. Now we will bring back our sand shell impression. Step 5. Pour over shell impression, covering it completely. And now we wait. Step 6. Carefully remove the plaster out of the container. Now brush away the sand. The sand is kind of sticking, so I'm gonna pour some water on it. Maybe it will help. That's cool. I didn't know it was this much coolness.
Super cool, Violet.
My very own fossil is so much fun. Thanks for helping me with this project, Anna.
Glad to do it, Violet. If you would like to make your very own fossil cast,
Find other projects or one of our other coloring pages.
go to www.thefoster.org/Anna and Violet.
Mount Everest from Kama Valley. What a mountain!
This trek was so much fun. We cannot wait for more journeys with you.
Where do you think we will explore?
A canyon that is grand?
A volcano in Chile?
See you next time!
Thanks for joining us on our journey.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and visit www.thefoster.org. There are hope.
My wig was falling off myself.
I hugged your wig off.
Heck, my wig.
I hugged your wig off.